What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Dealer Destro back with another Modern Era G.I. Joe video. And for this video, we're going to be looking at the Python Aerial Assault Trooper, codenamed Python Paraviper. Once again, shout out to my boy John. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be able to bring you these videos in such a timely manner. It would have been nice to make it to the last show, but with everything, the thought crossed my mind, and then I was like, I'll probably take my son. And then what I heard, what happened with the officer shoot drop figure of this, I probably would have got arrested. I'll tell you the truth right now. I'll say that on tape. I probably would have been arrested from what I heard. I heard just the conduct of some of the older folks, the adult folks, and how they treated the kids of the fandom. And then we wonder why we can't get, new people liking this, this brand, this franchise. Anyway, going off on a tangent. So that's what the figure looks like. He looks good, as per the usual. There's the file card. So feel free to pause and read that at your leisure. Getting right into the figure. Accessories. If you own the 25th Paraviper, there's nothing new here. He's literally a redeco of that figure with a Pythonized, camouflage take. So he's got the short rifle here, cast in black. He's got the 2-prong stand. He's got the flippers, swimming flippers that tab into the back of the leg. And then he's got the, I always like to call this thing the survival knife. As a Resident Evil veteran, anytime I see a knife like that, I can't help but think survival knife. Yeah, comes with this robust web gear with the oxygen tubes feeding oxygen into the helmet, because when you're a Paraviper, a high altitude trooper, the air gets thin up there from what I've been told, though I've never experienced it personally. Comes with the goggles, right? So those sit nicely on top of the helmet, and the Cobra insignia there, I must say, the paint app there has been applied quite nicely. Moving down the figure here, note the Python Patrol insignia is a recurring theme for some of these guys. I don't know if all of them have it. I'll find out as soon as my home front Heroes package ships. Nice Cobra insignia there on the back. So I guess for him we'll do it a little different, because he is a redo of a figure that is practically already out, or has been out for, I think that guy came out 2009, 2010, so almost 10 years. But the paint apps, right? So let's focus on that real quick. So note the red paint, the red splotches, and they were bad on him. I actually had to scrape, and it's not a problem, right? Like, I feel like I'm nitpicking here, but I mean, at the same time, for what was paid for these figures at the show, me personally, I'd expect a little bit better. But again, the process, I guess there's stuff that has to be ironed out with this applying the camo process. Maybe some room for some quality improvements, perhaps some Six Sigma analysis needs to go into that. Anyway, so all in all, the tampo looks great. It's just the spots where it kind of falls out. You can take an X-Acto knife. I would recommend doing it with a fresh blade, and you can scrape all that away and not damage the figure if you've got the surgeon hand. I kind of just stopped because I was like, wait a minute, why am I doing this to a figure I have to review and make call outs on? So there's that. The tubes are a little tough to plug into the helmet, but I believe that was the case on the original figure. But all in all, looks great. He's gonna look fan-freaking-tastic on my shelf. So yeah, I guess let's talk articulation real quick. So articulation-wise, you can probably get, I know you can get some really good free-falling poses with him, because I have a couple of the 25th ones hanging from my ceiling, right? So you can kind of like emulate the oh crap, it's a long way down. So if you put some fish line, fishing line here and up and kind of make him like a harness, you know, you can have him, you can capture him doing the free fall paratrooper pose. But outside of that, I don't know how much else you're going to get out of him articulation wise unless you just took all the web gear off, at which point he does serve as a pretty functional figure. I'm not going to do that because I just don't want to go through the hassle of re-gearing him up. It took me a while to get the hoses in, and this one is now not cooperating, of course, since we're on camera. Go figure that. But all in all, a really great figure, and we'll come back. I'll do a side-by-side with the 25th, and we'll talk final thoughts. All right, so here he is with the 25th counterpart, and it should be should be mentioned that the Python version of mine didn't come with this elongated rifle. And just quickly spot checking the one that I still have bagged up, it looks like that in fact is the case. So apologies for not calling that out during the review. If I didn't, I don't know if I did or not. But if I didn't, there you go. So this guy has more paint on him than this guy. Well, not really, I guess, because of the tampo. But you kind of see it's the exact same character. Just a different color scheme with the Pythonized camouflage. Now, recommending the figure. Like I said, I'm going to hope that this video serves its purpose because, again, given the price point on these guys this year and the fact that it's the last convention, getting these might be a challenge because of the price gouging that's going on right now. Like I said, I was lucky enough. My boy was at the show. I did pay second market prices on some. I was fortunate enough to get my last sort of hurrah in, while my boy John was standing in line. So, like I said, shout outs to him for that. But yeah, is it a good figure? Yeah, absolutely. It's a great figure. It'll look nice in a Pythonized, sort of group shot. I think, the variety of the figures offered this year, that looks really good. And then you've got the officer, who was the parachute drop figure for this year. A nice like squad, maybe 4 or 5 of them with the officer. And I think now if you're balling out of control, do you army build to your heart's content. I had to call it as a small squad and an officer. So that's it. So until next time, hope y'all take care, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for tuning in.